Hey everyone, I hope you're having a great first week back to school. We are going to draw together a design with some lines. We're going to review the kind of lines that we know. Pepper says hey, she's hanging out. But we're going to review some of the lines that we know and talk about how we can use them in an artwork. I'm going to create an artwork and you can follow along with mine, or you can create your own after you see mine. So, without further ado, here we go. So if you will join me in this practice by grabbing a piece of paper, and you can use pencil to do this practice along with me, or if you have a marker or a colored pencil or a crayon, you can use whatever you want, just as long as you are practicing this along with me. And I have my paper landscape, so it'll fit nicely on the screen. Go ahead and write at the top of your paper, if you can, write the word lines. L-I-N-E-S. Now we are going to start with our first kind of line. Our first kind of line is a horizontal line. A horizontal line goes from side to side. Go ahead and draw a horizontal line. The next kind of line we are going to draw is a vertical line. Go ahead, on any place on your paper, draw a vertical line. And if I am going too fast for you, you can feel free to pause the video at any point that you need to catch up. And then when you're ready, you can just press play again. Our next line is going to be a diagonal line. A diagonal line goes from corner to corner. Try to make sure you're not drawing these lines too large, because you want to have room to fit all the kind of lines that we are going to put in our practice today. Now we know that we can have diagonal lines going this way. Other diagonal lines can go the opposite way. So just think about that as you're drawing your lines. I want you to try to draw both. So after we have our horizontal line side to side, our vertical line up and down, our diagonal lines corner to corner, and the other one is corner to corner, we are going to draw a wavy line. A wavy line looks like a wave in the ocean. Go ahead and draw a wavy line. It doesn't have to look just like mine. Yours can look different than mine does, but I want you to practice a wavy line. Our next kind of line is called a spiral. Now, a spiral is kind of a hard line to do, but you start in the middle, act like you're going to draw a circle, but instead of connecting it, you go past it. And then you keep going around and around, and your spiral can grow and grow as big as you want it. My spiral ended up very large, but you can make your spiral small or big. It's up to you. Go ahead and draw your spiral line. The next kind of line we are going to draw is called a zigzag line. A zigzag line can go up, down, up, down, up, down. It's like tiny little diagonal lines put together, and mine kind of goes in a diagonal. So like I said, you can do a zigzag this way. You can do your zigzag this way, or you can do your zigzag this way. Whatever works for you. Our next kind of line is going to be a dotted line. A dotted line is exactly what it sounds like. It's a line of dots, and it looks like a bunch of little people standing in line, but from above. Your dotted line can go as far as you want, but I'm going to stop there. My next kind of line is a dashed line. This is the kind of line that you might see in the middle of the road. So it is made up of tiny little lines together, kind of like dotted lines where they're standing in a line, but a little bit different. Go ahead and draw a dashed line. Your dashes can be shorter than mine, or they can be longer. The last kind of line we're going to talk about today is called a curly line. This is the most challenging line, but I want you to try it. So a curly line is like a curl that goes loop-de-loop-de-loop, kind of like a roller coaster. So I'm going to turn my paper so that you guys can see really well my curly line. So I'm going to start here. I'm going to go really slow. I go up like I'm going to do a circle, but then I come back down and through. Go up, come back down and through. This also kind of reminds me of the letter E. So there is my curly line. Go ahead and draw a curly line. Those are the kinds of lines that we have. Grab a new sheet of paper or flip onto the back, unless you used a Sharpie like I did. I can't use the back of this paper because it bleeds through. So grab a new piece of paper so you can show me that you're ready to start. I am going to create a design with my lines. You can follow along with my design, or you can do your own. So I'm going to start with one of my favorite lines. I'm going to start in the middle with a spiral, or you can call it a swirl. It kind of looks like a cinnamon bun. I'm going to start with a spiral. I made my spiral even bigger than my practice. The next thing I'm going to do is choose another line. I think the line I want to choose is a wavy line. I'm going to draw a wavy line from my spiral all the way out to the edge of my paper. Just like so. Next, I think I will add a zigzag going across my paper here, going from edge to edge. Zigzag, up, down, up, down, up, down, all the way to the edge of the paper so that it starts to look like a design. And I think that I might want to add one here from this side of the spiral and there. It's interesting, it's starting to kind of look like a sunshine with some mountains maybe, but I'm going to keep going. I think I'm going to add a dotted line from here to here. It's important to know that when you do a dotted line, you don't want to jab your paper and poke it with your pencil or your marker or your pen, because then you're going to mess up that writing tool. You want to draw it as little circles. So now that I've done that, I think I would like to do a dashed line coming down from the top. And guess what? It can go through my zigzag line. There are no rules. You can just draw whatever kind of lines you want to draw. Maybe I'll draw a diagonal line this way. Maybe I'll draw a horizontal line just to there. It's whatever you want to do in this design. There's no specific way. We are just drawing all kinds of lines to see what we can make. Maybe I'll add a curly. Maybe I'll do a wavy this way. And it went into my spiral, and guess what? That's okay. We're not worrying about it. I have a lot of area over here I want to fill, so I think I'm going to add another spiral. Maybe I just want to add a simple curved line. We didn't really talk about a curved line, but it's almost like the start of a spiral. Maybe I could add another dotted line. I think I would like to do another dotted line, and my dotted line doesn't have to go straight across like this one does. This dotted line could be wavy or diagonal, whatever you want to do. And I think I'll do one last curly line here. I think that I'm going to call that done. Now what I want you to do is when you are done with your design, and like I said, it does not have to look like mine does. I want you to go through and color in any sections that you might have, and fill it with lots of different colors. See what you can do. If you don't have any colors, that's okay. You can see where you can just add more lines. Your lines can go over top of each other like this. They can go from one line to the edge of the paper. They can go from line to line. It's up to you. This is your artwork. And I'm going to sign mine. I don't have a lot of room over here, so I think I'll flip mine. Ooh, it looks interesting that way. And I'm gonna sign mine with my name. Now, when you sign your artwork, you are not gonna sign my name. You're gonna sign your name. And what it means to sign is to write your name. So I really hope you enjoyed reviewing lines and learning about them and how to use them in an artwork, and I hope you created a really cool artwork. If I don't see you again this week, I hope you have a great rest of the week. And if I do see you again this week, I can't wait. So I hope you have a happy Wednesday. Bye.